H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's Monday morning. Great Monday morning. The Final Four is set. It's going to be here in Houston, Texas. I just wanted to know, we're going to get to talking about it. We're going to get to talk about the Final Four. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about the Lakers. We're going to talk. No, we ain't. I'm not going to do Eric B like that. But first of all, I want to shout out to my starting five. Let me get to that right away because I'm a little bit disoriented because I want to make sure I got all my stuff together. If y'all just give me 1 second, I haven't shared the show, and you know I like to share the show. I just make sure I do that first. So I share the show on all my platforms. I do it too, y'all. I don't ask y'all to do nothing. I would dare ask y'all to do something that I'm not doing. So I'm doing that right now, sharing it to my personal device, to my personal pages. So shout out. Let me see who we got. To starting five today. Let's share the show. Let's start by getting on the show. Let's get the groundwork. And if you get on the show early, just make sure the people come behind you. Said make sure you're on YouTube. Make sure you thumbs up, hit a like button. If you on Facebook, y'all let your people know. Just share the show. Okay. So let's share it. I think I've shared it. Let's go now. Let's go. We got Jeremy Davis, Kerry Willis, Alex Sestero, Melvin Dews, Dale Griggs. You know I got to have my women in there. Dale Griggs and Joe Lewis. How you doing, Joe? Is our sixth man today. But I see you, Thaddeus. I see you, Sonia. I see you. My nephew, Derek Lane, is in the building. What's up, young fella? Daryl Anderson, Robert Hatter. What's up? He chilling in System Island, New York. In System Island, New York. System Island, New York. I never heard of that, Daryl. Where in the hell is System Island, New York? Tell me some things about it, Daryl. Put us some Final Four week, the Chop Shop, beautiful day in the Waiting City. Eric Boone is in the building. Let me see, Morehouse graduate. Eric Boone is in the building. Derek Lane said, I'm the sixth man today. Not on my stuff, but if you want to be the sixth man, you can be. But not on my see what you don't understand. I'm Derek, I'm tab. You might have been six on Facebook, but you wasn't six book. You wasn't six. You gotta understand it's tabulated between YouTube and Facebook. Okay? But you close. You close. Hey Mindy. How you doing? You're back up from vacation, I see, because you're on time. Hello, Lady Baron. Robert Young is in the building. Let's see. Hey, Belinda. I'm doing great today. Let me shout out to my people. Then we're gonna get into the show. Hey, D Holcomb. All the team I was pulling for out. Yeah, Mindy, you don't know what you're doing. Mindy, I didn't fill out a bracket. But guess what? I got a team in there that I got some connection to. I'll let y'all know about it a little bit later. The Final Four is the most equitable in a long time. Okay, I got you. About time UT offered Rodney Terry the head job. I think they should have offered him before, but I'm glad they did when he did. Would you have guessed Jayla D would be playing the Final Four in his hometown? No, I wouldn't have guessed that. Oh, Staten Island. Okay. Staten Island. Boy, Staten Island. They don't like people look like you over there that much, man. Daryl Anderson, you better watch yourself on Staten Island over there. Let's see. Oh, system. Oh, Staten Island. Okay. That's why I said I didn't know what you was talking about. Myra can will it all. Jason Peters, Jason Peters, were you on the show the other day when I was trying to explain and talk about Miami? And I told them they got more guards than Shawshank. Yeah, I was trying to tell y'all. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. No Texas team left. No Texas team left. But we got a Texas player, a Houston player, Jay Ladee. Shout out to him and his family. Herb Ladee. He's on Boom Boom Room member. He comes on here. Let's go San Diego State. I think I'm cheering for Miami in this one. And y'all can have. I'm not cheering for San Diego State. I mean, I'm just not. It's Jay Ladee, but I'm not cheering from. My son's former college coach, Bill Courtney, happens to be the engineer behind this, and they haven't talked about him that much. That's how they do it, so we got to talk about him. Jim Larinaga, you know, he's an old guy, old man. You got to understand, on every coaching staff, when you got these head coaches, you got these brothers behind them. You know, on most of them, you got brothers behind them. Bill Courtney is the key. He's the associate. Go look it up. He's the associate head coach or assistant head coach. He's the associate head coach. His name is Bill Courtney. He used to head coach at Cornell. He's the one who came 1,700 miles to get my son to go to Cornell. So I would be ever indebted to him and Marlon Sears, his associate head coach, Marlon Sears, who is the head coach now at Amherst College. So those two coaches there are the two black coaches that came down here and got my son, and I was comfortable with them being with those two guys on that campus, 2 plane rides and 1,700 miles away. So I will be cheering for him to win. Yes, I was cheering for him. I was trying. I was torn when they played U of H, and because I got connections with U of H also, so I was torn. But once they beat Memphis, once they beat U of H, all bets were off. All bets was off. I was going straight for him. He texted me right after the game. Great man. I mean, it just Bill Courtney. Y'all remember that name because he should get a job. He should be up for a job because just like he is the fuel behind Jim Larinaga. They're gonna talk about Jim Larinaga the whole weekend. All right, they're gonna talk about him. He led when Coach Courtney. Hold up, that same team that won the Joyce Mason that went to the Final Four back then and got beat by UConn. I think beat by not Florida. Let me tell you something. Bill Courtney was on that staff then also. Okay. I got you. See there? He said Bill Courtney's name is emerging for a DMV area coaching job. He's a great man. Only reason he got fired, we had a guy, if y'all remember, one of the kids from Dayton, he came back to think about what he did with the success of Little Robert. He came back to the Houston area and tried to pull another guy from this area. And the young man who he got from this area, I forgot his name. I'm gonna think of his name in a minute. He went to Dayton High School. The young man went on the campus. He didn't play that much. Wound up not being really but he was accused of raping his girlfriend up on the campus. And let me tell you something. If you know anything about that camp, that's the only thing. Cornell has never fired a coach ever in their history. He's the only coach they ever fired. So when that stuff happened up there, it was a whirlwind, and he fired him in my son's last year. So my son had to have a new coach in his senior year. I'll never ever ever forget about it. It was a traumatic moment for me. Because I became so close to the coach, and he didn't know. The young player. And then later on, y'all, we found out that the case was dismissed. The little girl was just lying. She was a little. It was different. I don't want to talk about her, but little rich girl that just can't have her way and just say anything. Yeah, he was falsely accused. There you go. Thank you, Herb. And that's why Bill Courtney got fired. He was one of the three names being mentioned. I think he has a chance. Great coach. Texas Tech need to be. And no Texas Tech, no Texas Tech, no Texas Tech. I don't want him doing it. How much advertisers stressing about these Final Four teams? They ain't worried about that. Man, let me tell you something. Hey man, this y'all will see. The Final Four, man, is just different. People gonna watch these games, man. These are some compelling games to watch. So a lot of stuff. I got time. I'm more excited about this Final Four than any Final Four ever. I'm just excited. I'm very excited about it. I don't think it had advertisers. No. Matter of fact, the advertisers already locked in anyway. UConn basketball team is tough, and nobody has really talked about it. Well, yes, people been talking about them. You got to understand it from the Big East. Everybody want to talk about everybody else. Everybody want to talk about the Kentuckys. That's y'all. I'm high major. The Power Five. Y'all. That's y'all. That's y'all always talking about the Power Five. Y'all got to understand. The ACC, they talking about it wasn't good, but Miami whooping up on everybody tail. The Big East, UConn beating up on everybody. Then the Conference USA, who Jimmy eloquently put on tweet the other day, talking about how Florida Atlantic University came to Rice. I don't know how many people. We got Alex Sestero today. He was there. How many people was at that game when they played Rice? They beat the slop out of Rice. They beat the brakes off Rice. 100 and something to 70 something. But this team been good all year. And I got a little kindred with this team a little bit. I'm pissed. I don't like because they beat my team. They beat Memphis, and I still think. I still think Memphis was robbed of that game. The game. I don't talk about it too much, but I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna mention it again today, a little bit later. But this team, when Texas Southern, we went on our Louisiana trip to the team Southern. What's the two teams? Southern and Grambling trip. We were staying at the same hotel as Florida Atlantic. I got to meet the coaches and a couple of players because they were there playing. I think which one of them teams down there? Louisiana Tech, something like that. Whatever team in that conference, they was down there playing now. So shout out to those guys. I'm cheering for Miami as well. Chicago's Andre Casey. I watched him grow up. Shout out. Okay, but it's good. Everybody should have their own team. Everybody. I'm cheering for Miami. I'm just I don't have no burnt orange stuff, but I'm cheering for. Prayers for Rolling Fork, Mississippi. What happened in Rolling Fork, Mississippi? Willie Sullivan. What happened? What happened? Prayer for Philadelphia too. They got bad water up there too. Let's see. Daryl Barnes don't wish Texas Tech job. Please, thank you. Her father is the Herb know the story. Herb know the story. So they were both doing the most. Come out to find out she was giving that thing up. Yes. Let's not damage the little girl. I mean, the little girl was she was a fast little girl. The little girl at Cornell, dad is the CEO of Hawaiian Airlines. She was, matter of fact, Robert said, you seen her dad. Cause if y'all don't understand, I was on that campus so much. I mean, you know what I did? I said, man, let me tell you something. I spent all this time, all these resources, putting my son in a position to go to this school. I'm gonna be up there every game. I told y'all I was at every game. I mean, I missed probably a couple of games a season, maybe. They had a blizzard one time. I got stuck in the city for 2.5 weeks one time. So, you know, when you stuck in a place for 2.5 weeks with some people and it's snow everywhere, y'all got to get mind y'all, I gotta tell you about that one time, but he said I agree had her because of all four teams had a legitimate chance of winning. I remember Jimmy kind of had a disagreement with me last year because I said, man, anybody can win this thing. Anybody can't win. I said, man, anybody can win this thing. This was last year. I'm watching this thing, man. It's man, I see. I guess having the advantage of going on the road and even watching the SWAC teams and see how good some of these players are that came from some of these universities. And if you got a mixture, the problem with SWAC, they don't have enough of those guys. They have a one or two. Like we had a John Walker, we had Jordan Carr Nichols, but you need 10 of them to compete at this level. You need 10 of it. Doug said they got a legitimate chance. Definitely excited to watch the teams I haven't been there. Me too, Mindy. I can't wait. The games have all been competitive to the end. Yes, they have. Yeah. Her, hey, Tanya said, watch it, man. So you're more excited to this Final Four than Memphis and Kansas Final Four? No, I'm just more excited about this Final Four right here that we got. Now, if Memphis had been there, I'm not talking about the hypotheticals, okay? I'm not talking, you're talking about with D Rose them back then. I was excited, but I didn't like Cal that much. So I was never that excited. And I knew all the all the stuff that was going on, and we still paying for that Final Four. So, no, I wasn't excited about that, Melvin Dudes. I'm glad you brought that up. I was not excited about that. Conference USA has had a Final Four teams, 2 teams in NIT. But guess what, though, Doug? Is that an anomaly? Is that an outlier? Because you haven't been always saying that about Conference USA. You follow me? So Conference USA did this good this year. What did they do last year and the year before that? See, you got to look at the body of work. Shout out to them for this year. Conference USA having a Final Four team, 2 teams in NIT Final Four, and a team that won. But go look at the history. But be happy for that. So no blue bloods in the Final Four because of the transfer portal. I don't think it got nothing to do with the transfer portal. I don't. Everybody, I've been seeing that online. I don't think. Explain to me why it's the transfer portal. Explain to me. Because Kansas State had a team full of transfer portals. They ain't in it. Just tell me why. Oh, some tornadoes in Mississippi. I didn't know that. Tell me why you think the transfer portal has affected. That's a good argument. I mean, I like that. Okay, all right. See, I haven't been watching the news. I've been working this morning. I hadn't had a chance to watch the news. Let's see. Let me see if anybody said in it. Hey, my Kessler is in the building. Happy birthday, my Kessler. Again, your birthday every day with us. Herb, stop it, Herb. I didn't want to tell the boy's name. I knew his name. I wasn't going to tell his name. Have you ever attended the NFL Owners Breakfast in Phoenix today? ESPN was talking about Mark. No, I never attended the NFL Owner Breakfast because I'm not an NFL owner. And I don't attend the breakfast, Rod Wells. If I was an owner, I would attend the breakfast. And media is on the outside of the breakfast. They talk to the people outside. They're not in everybody. It's the owner's breakfast for a reason. I love to see Gonzaga getting beat. Yes. Let's see. UConn games have not been close. Yes, they've been blowing everybody up. That don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. He said the irony of having the McDonald's game this week in Houston with none of the Final Four teams supposedly having McDonald's games. I mean, hey, it happens. Y'all, McDonald All-Americans don't mean you going to go win and go to the Final Four. Let me repeat that, Alex Stero, since you put it up there. Having a McDonald All-American on your team, ask U of H, it don't mean you're going to get to the Final Four. And it never has. They just bring it up now. But it never has. No, I understand you said junior, but we weren't talking about junior. We weren't talking about conference you had say last year and the year before. That's what I'm talking about, Doug. That's all. He said because low majors and mid majors have older, more experienced kids who can compete with the younger high majors. UConn is a high major. Let me look. Let me look. Let me see. See, y'all get these little sample sizes of success and y'all just go crazy. Okay. UConn considered you got to understand, man. It just happened. These guys, these teams right here, y'all got to realize Florida Atlantic, did y'all know they were ranked in the top 25 this season? Did y'all know that? San Diego State been good all season. Miami been whooping ass all season. UConn been whooping. These people are 4 and 5 seeds and just happen to be a 9th seed. I also benefits program with new coaches like John. So it benefits everybody. It benefits everybody. The transfer portal, let's see how it shake out. This just 1 year. Let's see how it shake out. Y'all, this is a sample size. I think the Blue Bloods cannot stockpile. That's a good one. Cannot stockpile 5-star players, and these players are able to transfer and play. That's a great point. Yes. So all it does is just levels the playing field. That's all it did. That's why Coach K got out. And what's the boy, Jay Wright? They got out. Man, I just can't stockpile these players no more. I can't cuss these players out. I can't talk crazy to these players because they'll leave me. Okay, all right. We'll talk about that too. He said, I went to the McDonald's scrimmage yesterday. I just couldn't make it, Doug. I didn't feel like I did. Several NBA guys said this is a weak crop. We already said that. And no shoe for our one and dons and a ton of for you. Doug, did we talk about that? You might want on the show that day. Because we were talking about the McDonald All-Americans and we, that's why I go. West of the H is just as good as everybody out there. You follow me? So, I mean, there's some guys that, like these 2 guys I saw that's not there. Them 2 guys I told y'all I saw in California. Caleb Foster and Dusty Stromer. Think about this, y'all. I went to a game and saw these guys play one time, and I know their names. And they not there. And I just can't imagine you're going to find somebody in that gym at MI3 that was better than them 2. Them 2 are killers. I walked in the gym, dog. I never forget. I told you I love this. I walked in the gym. Notre Dame was playing against Sierra Canyon. And I walked in the gym, and I come to see Ashton play. And Bronny didn't play that night. I came to see Ashton Hardaway play. So I'm just 2-3 times up the court, Herb Baker. I went to my phone and I pulled up their roster. I said, who is that and who is that? Just 2 or 3 times down the court, their movements and where they was at, their spacing. I said, who is these 2 dudes? And it wound up being Dusty Stromer and Caleb Foster. Caleb Foster is going to Duke, and Dusty Stromer is going to Gonzaga. Robert Hatter, is Lamar asking for a trade just another way to get the ball rolling? We'll talk about that a little later. We'll talk about that. Let me go. He was persecuted all over USA Today and other forms of media, but he was given an opportunity to prove his innocence. Are you talking about the young kid at Cornell? UConn is definitely high major, so is Miami. Thank you, Herb. Yeah, these are high majors. Y'all, man, I'm so glad. Normally, I would take Tang. Normally, it would take Tang a year or 2. Tang just got the right mixture of guys, man. Tang caught lightning in a bottle, man. They were picked to be last 12th in the Big 12. And he just caught lightning in a bottle. Those those guys bought in. They had a dog at what you call. They had a grown ass, old ass 23-year-old man playing point guard. They had an old ass man playing who got a new lease on life. Johnson. So Tang just caught lightning in a bottle, man. Lightning in a bottle. Anybody else that could have happened to? Anybody else that could have happened to? FAU is moving to they moving to Memphis's the AAC tournament. Congratulations to Rodney Terry. I said it once. Danny Hurley has been rebuilding UConn program for years, and it hasn't been a 1 year process. It's not different. Y'all got to understand, different strokes for different folks. These things not. Look at Kevin Sampson. He had to grind and grind and grind. And guess what? Those guys wore down. And I told you, I said, man, listen, Miami ain't going to be no pushover. I didn't want to sound doom and gloom to U of H fans, but I just had to let y'all know Miami was coming to play. Alex Sarah said, let me put his thing on there. He said these were all underdog teams. They play hungry with a higher ranked teams. Of course they going to. Man, ain't nobody scared of these guys no more, man. I mean, that's right, man. I'm telling you. That's why if y'all, remember I told you, if somebody in the SWAC just get the right mixture of guys that buy in, our problem is some of these guys in the SWAC, they get, I don't know what be wrong with their head. I mean, just me being going around, dude, you're good, but that just your attitude ain't right. God don't like ugly, they say. I mean, it's beneficial. The portal is beneficial, but I don't think it's all the portal, Mark. That's all I'm saying. I just don't. I'll share the show now because we're gonna get to talking about some more stuff in a second. I'm just going through I'm going through the messages I haven't got. Kevin Freightman, yes, sir. I wonder once he became interim, did they? We're still talking about Rodney Terry. Although he was proven innocent, they still kicked him out of school. Yes, he was. Caleb Foster is better than most of them. I'm telling y'all, man. I saw this dude, man. That man had something on his mind, man. Caleb Foster, that's why I'm telling you, that's why I don't like nobody to tell me who good. Let me go see him. Just tell me to come to the game. Don't tell me who's good or not. I'm going to figure out who good. And Doug them know, I always say, man, I don't see what y'all seeing him. He said, been watching the transfer portal impacts on the NCAA tournament for the last 2 years. More high major teams and blue bloods are getting knocked off by much lower seed with older transfers. Okay. What if it's a younger transfer? Man, everybody getting beat. Hey, man, Miami struggled through the ACC. Hey, man, it's y'all don't understand. It's no absolutes in it, Mark. You can believe it's the transfer portal. Okay, it's all right. Tang is that recruiting. Do watch what happens to Baylor University. I don't know. Baylor gonna be all right. So you're saying the other people on. So what are you saying, Melvin Dudes? The other people on Baylor squad can't recruit? That's what you're saying? Okay. I think they missed Tang mostly on defense. What happened to Tang? What happened to hold up? I ain't heard no. What happened to Kansas State the other day? I ain't heard nobody say nothing about it. What happened to Kansas State? How did Miami beat them? Since y'all constantly talking about it. How did Johnson and Novell get there? The transfer portal. Yes. But yes, I did. Yes. But they got their ass whooped the other night, though, Mark. Explain that to me. Because what? The other people had a better transfer portal? Y'all. Since you want to brag about They got beat the other night though. What the other team had a better transfer portal? You see that look on Creighton coach? I can't. Creighton never want them to win. And I want to talk about that something. The portal make it even to play. That's all the portals did. Yes, Lamar Jackson has requested a trade. What that mean? And so he requested a trade. What does that mean? They done already showed your ass they don't want you. So him requesting a trade, that ain't helping. It's grown men staying in school makes your tournament great. I promise you. This tournament is listen. I have taped every game. I ain't never did this. I've taped every game of this tournament. I ain't never did this. Ever. What up, Hatter? I'm still sick. Why are you sick? I told you they had more guards than Shawshank. Texas had guards, but these guys got dog. Y'all missed the Sue guy. Y'all missed him. But guess what? Let me tell you something. I wanted things great to happen for Rodney Terry, but I was rooting for Bill Courtney. That's just the bottom line. Miami exciting to watch him play. Caleb Fawcett is something different these days. It's beyond a chip of it. Oh, okay. I'm just going through play hard the whole game, bro. Let me see. K-State point guard beat the out of the ball for the last 7 shots. They stopped moving the ball. Yeah. But he came out of the transfer portal, didn't he? Hey, Mark, the guy beating the out of the ball came out of the transfer portal. Jordan Miller is the real deal. Yes. San Diego State, all can guard. All 5 can guard. Yes. Hatter, what do you think of Texas pending decision to draft? The Texans don't know who the Texans got to figure out who the other team gonna draft first. They got the number 2 pick. But I like Bryce Young, bro. Y'all remember? Who did I tell y'all? Who on here? I'm gonna see who listening. Who did I tell y'all I wanted as a quarterback? My number 1 quarterback was. Yeah, I like Miami too. Those guys do not miss. They're tough. Now you see why they gave that boy that money. Pack that money. Pack said, give me that bread. And then the other dude, Wong, said, I got to have some more money too. I mean, I loved it. Congratulations on the success of your wine venture. Yes, Kelton. What time is it? It's Kelton time. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold on. Watch this, y'all. Hold on. I want everybody to order your wine for the Final Four. You need to go make it a Final Four party and have Solomon Bryant's wine as a focal point of your party this weekend. You invite your friends over, whoever coming over for the thing. Say, look, I got some wine. I want get a bottle of everything. Alex Sestero, have you tried that wine yet? SolomonBryant.com. Check it out, Alex Sestero, and let me know how you like it. Let me keep going down the line because I'm going to get all these comments out, then I'm going to continue. The portal is something serious. Sonya said the portal. Now, Hatter, I wouldn't say they got their ass whooped. I was a great game, foul trouble. Wait a minute. If you get hey, let me tell you something. They got their heads stomped in to me. Hold up. I'm going to put it like this. Bill Courtney texted me last night and said, I'll be in town Wednesday. Kansas State will be here, but they got to pay for their own rooms. Their rooms ain't already taken care of. Yeah, Kareem, I saw it late. Yeah, I'm going down. K-State has 9 transfers who are juniors and seniors. See that? Okay, transfer. Coach, he had to get transferred. All his players left. Duh. But I'm trying to tell you what Tang did, everybody ain't going to be able to do. Sonya Billings is number 2. I can't think of his name for Miami. Got a nice game. He smoked. Oh, yeah, Miami. What I tell you, Kevin Freeman, I said they got more guards than Shawshank. Y'all thought I was crazy. Belinda sound hilarious. Wong phone. Oh, Wong gave y'all the Texas two-step. Wong came through Texas and told U of H one and Texas one. That's right. Wait a minute. Who Wong beat? Who beat U of H? Who beat U of H, y'all? I forgot. Who beat U of H? Yeah, Stroud. Yeah. I forgot. Who beat U of H, y'all? I forgot already. I promise. I forgot my head spinning. I forgot that game so crazy. Number 5 for Texas got caught up going, boy, should have been passing that ball. You're right. Number 5 for Texas. It's not applicable to every tournament game, but yes, you're right. It's got an impact, Mark. I agree. They got an impact, but I'm not just going to put it on the transfer portal. Still got to play. Let's see. Miami also meant $2 million. But guess what? It's some more people. Kentucky to spend more than Miami. Ain't nobody talk about it. Sheway had a 911 turbo riding around that place. PJ Haggerty is in the portal. I wonder. That's such a surprise to me. Wong can talk cash. All basketball players talk cash. Oh, Eddie in it? Oh, well, I knew Eddie. The man gonna tell Eddie, I own you. I buy it. I get the hell out of there too. Wong whipped everybody up in that joint. Oh, Miami beat U of H. Miami beat U of H. Not Miami. So they beat U of H and Texas. Dude. I forgot, Doug. It's a combination of manipulating. Yes, it's a combination. You're right. Yes, Porsche. Yes, she wait. Kentucky. Whoo. You can look it up all you wanna. I'm telling you. Kentucky ain't never played fair. So you think they finna have some stuff for you to look up? Mark Edwards? Duh. Mark, where you been? Mark, get out the gym and get to some of these colleges sometime. Doug Jones going to run out of ink right up these Houston area transfer books. I like that. Let me see. Is it true they fined Penny $25 for throwing? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Penny drop. Then Penny. What is you talking about, man? What is you talking about? Because Texas and lost and Houston and lost? Well, maybe the Texas coaches should have dropped some F-bombs. Odyssey. Yeah, hold up, y'all. He wants to talk about Penny. Out of all the damn thing he can talk about. But keep talking. He'll be here Wednesday. You can tell him to his face. He'll be here Wednesday. You can tell him to his face, Odyssey. Miami did a job on the Texas. Yes. Miami did the Texas two-step. And it's okay. Bill Courtney trying to get back to being a head coach so he can hire someone to do the portal work. He can delegate it, but Bill is doing the work along with the man. Yeah. That was months ago. Yeah. He was cussing out this dude that need to be cussed out. Okay? Guess what? After he cussed him out, guess what? Memphis gave him a extension. Honestly. So they gave him an extension when he cussed that dude out. The dude coming there talking about his player. Congratulations to Herb the D. Yes, we already said that. Yes. Let me go. Let me get to my things, boy. These folks be, boy, y'all. Hey, I'm just telling you. You had a chance to have a Texas guy, and we didn't make it. Hey, it's okay, baby. Hold up. Memphis didn't make it. Hey, hold up. Hold up, Odyssey. Did you add this, Odyssey? He ain't cussing nobody out when this happened, Odyssey. His best player, Odyssey, jump up in the air, shoot a shot. Offensive players should have room to fall down, Odyssey. Odyssey. The dude put his feet right there. Kendrick Davis came down on his foot, twisted his ankle, got into it with his teammates, made the crucial turnover to lose the game. But he was smart enough to call timeout. Shit. I would have threw more than a water bottle. I would have. That's why I ain't coaching. So, back to this. Then I thought about my girl Dawn Staley the other day. She called a timeout for an injured player on the other team. And she said it was the right thing to do. The right thing to do. Y'all hear what I just said? Her girls had a fast break. Ref didn't call it. She saw the girl get hurt. She called a timeout because the girl was hurt. Now, she was up by 14 now. Don't get it twisted. I don't think I would have did it. I ain't crazy. I don't think she would have did it if she was up down by 2. But here's her talking about it.
I don't like to see players go down, like in any situation. And if we can control the situation, we can get, because you never know what type of injury it is, so you want to get medical attention over to them as quickly as possible. And it was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do to make sure that young lady was okay. And I know Corey. I would have done it for anybody though, but I know Corey well, and I know the type of coach and person that she is. She would have done it. She would have done the same thing had one of our players went down.
That's exactly what it showed, is her class and her global view of the game and what was most important in that moment. And she did call that timeout only because of Emily being down. And right after the play, I just turned to her and I just said, "Thank you, Dawn." And she acknowledged. And I think these kind of moments in games, they reveal people's character, and I think it just revealed a layer of her character of what she deems most important, and that's always the kids.
I just love it. Honestly, go get you some wine, because you might be already drunk over there. It's sad that we have to bring attention to something that should be normal and expected. But since it's not expected, it has to be showcased. Class act indeed, Don. She's the face of the women's game now. It's good to see it in such capable hands. It's not Gino Emma and his condescending self. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it in in such capable hands. And I'm just going through my list right here. Dawn Staley is a class act. Y'all, I'm serious, y'all. All you coaches out there, I bet you ain't now one of y'all never talk. No, go down, get the layup. We ain't worried about that player. I done seen y'all coach. Let's see. Oh, they was talking about the McDonald. Somebody mentioned it earlier. There was 0 McDonald All-Americans on all 4 of these rosters. This would be the 4th time an NCAA champion doesn't have one on this roster. Joining 2002 when Maryland won it, 2014 when UConn won it, and 2021 when Baylor won it. Let's not talk about. You're right, Ricky. It's a new era in college basketball, and I think that's what Mark was trying to get across this new era, where we're going to talk about it a little bit. The transfer portal, we're going to talk about it a little later, because maybe during this week, because it's just I did some extensive work on it, and I want to share it with y'all. But it's going to take a little time. We're gonna have to sit down and get a napkin and get at the table. We just can't eat this with our hands. This ain't Chick-fil-A. I got to take you to Big and Anthony's on that one. But what I did, I found out. I remember on the show, on the broadcast, Kevin Adams and Chatterbox, when we called in, Kevin always said, I'm a proponent because I know how I am and I know how I teach. Ain't no one player gonna guard. Don't supposed to be able to guard you. If you're a good basketball player, if you're a elite basketball player, one man is not supposed to be able to guard you. I never used to worry about the guy was guarding me. I was always looking to see, when I get past this clown, who's gonna be the first to step up and help, and I got to beat him. So if you're not teaching your basketball players that, then you need to stop teaching basketball. So I always know you got to help. And I introduced Chatterbox did know this term. And then it's such thing as helping the helper. Because if you get help, that means the help person is out of position. So somebody got to help him. It's called help the helper. So what I was thinking about, what I saw last night, not over the weekend, in this tournament, you got to be able to play one-on-one in this tournament. You got to be able to take somebody one-on-one, and you got to be able to guard somebody one-on-one. You just got to. You got to be able to guard somebody at least for 2 or 3 seconds. Because I've been seeing these guys, like that dude from Janelle David, whatever, Janelle something. He just go past every. He done made that same move on Memphis, on every team he done played against, all the way to the Final Four, and ain't nobody stopped it. He would have to go to the right hand. He got to use his right hand because he's good with that left. He would got to use his right hand if I was playing against him. But Mark said, yes, Hatter, that's all I was saying in college basketball. Yeah, but you got to be able to guard. Got to be able to guard. Mr. Hatter will be able to get some basketball coaches to come on the Chop Shop since we have the buy. We don't have to have them come here because they ain't coming to my house, ain't coming to Jimmy's house. They could we could have them on the show at any time. So, we always have college coaches come on. We just hadn't did it for a while because they in their stretch run. College coaches, that's the easiest thing in the world to do, Jeremy. And guess what? They on a business trip coming down here. I'm not gonna bother them to come on the show this trip. When they get back home and when they doing everything else, I bring them on the show because they here. You don't have to be in the city for me to, because I'm not bringing them over to my studio, so I can do that from anywhere, Jeremy. Yeah, that's easy, Jeremy. That's evidently you ain't been watching this show long enough. Exactly. If you elite one, can't nobody. Yo, Hatter, what's up, Paul Miranda? Are you coming down? Jonelle Davis, yeah, from Gary and Al. He was that same move he made every game. He wasn't beating me with that damn move. And if you're not engaged, talking, and y'all, let me tell you something. Them guys who done won these games, y'all, you had to play. I was just so glad Gonzaga got beat. And I was hoping Kim Mulkey could get beat. It's just certain teams I just want to get beat. But you got to be able to play one-on-one, man. So all of this with the battle of the brands and all of this stuff, y'all going out of town to play basketball. I hope y'all guarding people. I hope y'all guarding people. Really. Yeah, I hope y'all guarding people right now. But yeah, but Jeremy, that's gonna be easy. That's gonna be easy, man. We just got see Jimmy. We have to be strategic about that, Jeremy. Y'all, let me explain to y'all. Jimmy does business with those guys. I don't. I don't do no business with them. I got three guys: Jerry Stackhouse, Penny Hardaway, and Damon Stoudemire. Them my dudes. I ain't doing business, but them my dudes. Okay. But Jimmy have to watch how he does that. Remember, they subscribes to his service. So Jeremy, this for you, Jeremy. So he have to, that's him. I let him handle that because now if I want, I got to pick my spots before I bring Penny and them on there because it's got to be something impactful. Because I want to be able to I'm not bringing them guys on here. Those guys, they're not regular. Okay? I'm just telling you. Those guys there hit the lottery 2 times. Okay? What I mean? Those guys are able 4,000 basketball players, NBA players, all 3 of them guys NBA players. Okay? That's they different. They ain't like the rest of these coaches that did all the other stuff and drove the bus and all that. They ain't like them, right? So, and and guess what? And I respect them. Okay? So, and I respect their time. I told y'all how valuable time is. So, when I feel the need and I feel that they got something that can give to our audience, then I'm going to bring them guys on the show. Okay? Damon and Penny, all of them has been on except Jerry Stackhouse. All of them has been on, but I always do it strategically. We just don't be up here. Well hey man, could you go? Man, could you come on the show? No, it ain't like that, player. It ain't like that, player. I'm just letting you know. It's thought go into this show. This ain't just 2 guys get up here running their damn mouth. It's thought. It's I wish I could show it to you. It's an action board up here. Right up here to my left. So it's a method to this. Okay? Just in case you didn't know, it's a method to this madness. I know we make it look easy, but it's a method. Don't worry, Don Staley will take care of LSU. You watch Caitlin Clark? Of course I watch Caitlin Clark. Of course I watch Caitlin Clark. What's up, Ray Mo? Action 5, what's up? Those twins from Miami not dancing anymore. I didn't see either score. No, they ain't dancing. They got beat. It's all right. Y'all, don't y'all understand, though, in a basketball game? Don't y'all know at the end of this Final Four, everybody going to be mad except one team? I don't think y'all understand how hard it is. You know, when I think about these players, man, and watch what they go through all year, spend a year traveling with a college basketball team, and you'll understand how sympathetic I am with them, and listening to them and watching how their bodies break down, watching how when they get on the bus they got to get ice packs, watching the trainer is the most valuable player on the trip. Everybody goes to the trainer's room, and it's unique, man. If you ever get a chance, talk to your kids or your friends who being a college basketball player, then you got to come back off the road and then you got to go to class. You follow me? It's a unique. Oh, Snoop on there. It's a unique. Snoop, say something to me. A unique approach. I respect college players in this day and time so much more just by God putting me in a position to travel around the country with Texas Southern and HBCU. And he put me in a position where I can do that. And it's unique. It's just unique. We're going to talk about Caitlin Clark. We can talk about her. Let me tell you something about this little girl. Coach, you got to understand, She secured the first 40-point triple-double in tournament history. She had 41 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and last night's league game over Louisville. Louisville had the little girl Haley Van Life talking all that stuff, was gonna get her head knocked off. Hey, I still said, and I done told y'all, they need to stop this layup line, this after somebody that cussed and talked crazy to somebody the whole game and talked about their mama and talked about everything. They need to stop these handshakes at the end of the game. Show you why.
Again, and what happened here at the end? Going through the line, Alyssa Brett had something to say there with Jemira Schutz, and Schutz was the one who stopped to say something there, and then Schutz hit Brett in the face. Again, and what happened here at the end? Going through the line, Alyssa Brett had something to say there with Jemira Schutz, and Schutz was the one who stopped to say something there, and then Schutz hit Brett in the face.
I just said it last week. I know we talking about sportsmanship, but y'all, these folks are talking too crazy to each other, man. They start this, y'all. It's unbelievable. That Texas player wanted to put her hand on Haley Van Life. She told her, don't you call me no B-I-C. You call me a B-I-T-C-H again, I'm going to kill. Man, they got to do something about it. Yeah, she got charged. She got charged. But you can't go through these lines and constantly talk crazy to these folks. Somebody might smack your ass down. Somebody might swing on you. You can talk about she dealing with them laws, but hey, okay. So she gonna have an assault charge against, okay. They're gonna beat the case because Memphis gonna pay away, they pay a way out of it. But that other little girl need to shut her damn mouth. Whatever happened, you're big enough to open that mouth, boy. Hey, I'm just telling you now. I'm just telling you. He said, I really enjoyed Marquise Noel of the United States and Pack and Nigel Pack from Miami. Okay, they were your favorite. South Carolina has to take care of Maryland before they face Clark. Absolutely, they do. Y'all got to watch it, man. Some of these folks crazy out here. Y'all done got to arguing the whole game and talking about each other the whole game, and then I'm supposed to shake your hand? Oh, you got a new friend? Okay. I don't condone that. I don't want you hitting on nobody, but sometimes watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I don't remember doing this in high school. I didn't need to do it. I don't remember that, but it's a new day. But Caitlin Clark is amazing. And I know they trying to push for the Leia Boston to be the player of the year, but ain't nowhere in the world. After seeing that girl the other night, I ain't nowhere in the world. I'm voting for nobody but Caitlin Clark. She got, oh my goodness. She is skilled. She's strong. They tried to hedge her out. She fought off the hedge, the double team, got around the one man, getting around. And then when she get around him, she can pass it off the dribble. She can shoot the three. She can shoot it on the run. She can shoot it on the move. It's unbelievable. Man, I couldn't believe Golden State was on last night, and I was watching women's basketball. I never thought I'd ever say that Stephon Curry is on TV, and I'm watching women's basketball. I already know Wendy Paul Miranda. Yes, you ain't done nothing special. I've been knowing Wendy a long time. Long time. Paul Miranda. So don't think you done did something because you done met wind. Yes. And a lot of people on it. We know people in our community, man. So you ain't did nothing. I let you get away. You had to comment again on it. Yeah, we know her. We know her. And I stand by every damn thing I said on that show that day. Everything. Because I didn't speak to nobody. I was asking a question. And when you put that comment up there, then you expect for me to answer. Yeah. No, I'm just in case you wanted a trophy for that. No, everybody know it. Yeah, I know. Come on, man. Yeah, no, I know exactly. If you would listen to the show, you would have really knew I knew her. Evidently, you weren't listening to the show that good that day. Because I gave her a place where we met on the show that day. But yeah, she bad. Caitlin Clark. Okay. Now on the show that day, you just weren't listening. On that day, I was listening. No, you good? You good? Good. You the Met win. Okay. Awesome. All right. Let's go. Yeah, did I finish talking about Caitlin Clark? Because I got more. Hold on. Because I got to share some stuff with y'all, man. I got some shit. I just found, listen, you know how I am, right? I'm watching all the Kansas State stuff, right? So people was talking about EMAU, EMAU. Then it was a hashtag. I didn't know what EMAW was. EMAW. Maybe some of y'all did. I didn't. I had to look on. Hey, I had to look on and find out. Did anybody know what it meant? I found out. It meant every man a wildcat. And according to a statement by K-State Athletic Department, it's a rallying cry that's been a part of K-State's tradition for decades, declaring that all fans are part of the Wildcat Nation. Part of it's EMAW, EMAW. And I kept seeing that hashtag, and I said, what the hell is EMAW? EMAW. So I looked it up. I didn't remember him telling me about no. I don't remember that. Okay, I remember EMAW. I remember Joy, but not EMAW. And he talking about he said on the show, get out of here, man. Because I go back and find the show. If you're lying to me, I'm gonna check the hell out of you, Kevin Freeman. So y'all knew what EMAW meant, okay? But I want to take a look back. I want to take a look back. I thought about last year's Final Four. Do y'all know? I'm finna mess y'all up. I'm gonna show you how I compartmentalize stuff and forget. It was a spell last night. I didn't even realize who won the championship last year, the Final Four last year. Hey, I blanked out. I had to Google it. I had forgot. Okay, he explained it on the show. I wasn't paying him no attention. Maybe I wasn't listening. Good. I wasn't listening. We had Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, and Villanova last year. I forgot. See, it's amazing. I bet I remember who is the champion this year. I don't know why. I'm a lot more interested this year. Because what? I had no connection with Duke. Had no connection with North Carolina. Had no connection with Kansas. And I had no connection with Villanova. Huh. Interesting. Y'all, this stuff is all about who you got connection with. This year we got Connecticut. I ain't got no connection with them. But Kevin Allen, they didn't want to pay Kevin Allen all his money. So I don't like them that much. Florida Atlantic, I like them because I used to spend a lot of time in Boca. And I met the coaching staff at their hotel, because we stayed at the hotel in Louisiana. Stayed at the same hotel. San Diego State got Herb Ledee's son. Jay Ledee is in the building. And we got Miami, the team that I really would want to know because I got a relationship with the coach. So I was just looking. Last year, I did not. I completely forgot Kansas won last year, man. And I remember now. Then it clicked me. I said I should have known, because what? Who was Kansas' first opponent last year? TSU. And I was right there and we saw that massacre. Unbelievable, man. Uncle Robert, some of these guys call themselves sports heads, but don't like watching women basketball. Some by women. I'm telling you, Kim, that girl, Caitlin, oh! I ain't gonna lie, I like all these girls. Hey, listen, y'all don't tell nobody. But I like the girl at LSU. What's her name? Give it to me, Trey. I got her name right on Angel Reese. See, I know her name, Angel. I like Angel Reese. She just can't shoot a lick. Y'all, I like people that can shoot, can't shoot a lick. She just throw the damn ball up there. I just don't like people that can't shoot. But I'm enjoying these women basketball. Yo, see, y'all really don't understand. I didn't watch Steph. If y'all know I love Steph. Hold on. Y'all know. Let me show y'all my girl Angel Reese, though. Hold on. Let me show y'all.
Inside.
Got a surprise for y'all.
She blocked that while holding her own shoe. Angel Reese was trying to put her shoe on, blocked it. Look, she's still holding her shoe.
That's what I like about Angel Reese. She can't shoot a lick now.
There were some words exchanged after this play.
But she had a shoe in one hand.
And she was
it blocked the girl.
Inside.
Who does that? I have to show it to y'all again.
She blocked that while holding her own shoe.
That's why I love Angel Reese. What did I do? Hold on. I clicked the wrong button. What did I do, Robert? Okay, I clicked the wrong button. But y'all, let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna go no further no more. I ain't gonna go further because my dude just showed up today. Hey, the man got me taping stuff, man. I ain't never taped this much basketball and the bracket basketball and I'm taping it. Oh, he tell me what time he gonna be on. But I mean, I said no, I ain't gonna. Then he told me the A team don't come on till later. So I called myself, just in case they switch it, I was taping everything on CBS Sports Network. Cause I wanted to make sure I get a chance to watch him and critique him. But man, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I got to bring my dude in the building. Hey, hold up. CBS Sports Finest. See, Walt is about to pop on the screen right now. There he is in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up, boss? What's going on, man? You know, we've been missing you a little bit. About this much.
Hey, man, I've been working like a Hebrew. I mean, now I ain't want to say that. I've been working hard.
You've been working hard. Yeah. Watch
hard,
that.
Man.
Yeah. You've been working hard. No, you've been working smart, man. I'm just so I'm proud. I tell them I can say it while you're up there, man. I mean, you got me taping. Now you ain't got me. I just tape it to watch you. You know, because I'm picking up and I'm learning. I'm just watching your delivery. Only thing, the one thing I don't like that damn lapel pin. And if I ever come to you, I'm coming up there soon. When all this over with, I'm coming back up there. If I get in your room, I'm taking that pen and throwing that thing.
You got to get it out the safe. You got to go in the safe to get it.
Go. No. I'm going to give you the money. Say, keep your money back. Let me have this pen so I can destroy it. He makes me sick. But you be, proud of you, man. Talk to me, man. Guess what? You got a big week this week.
Come
You
to
know,
H-Town.
I know you got a mixer. You're gonna headline, and you had to send me a revision. And I started to text you back and said, you know, you changed that one thing. I said, one other thing you did. You didn't put the Chop Shop on there. But I said, no.
You know what?
No,
Let
no,
me
no,
send
no,
it
no,
to
no, no,
you.
no, no, no. Because I ain't going to be there. I ain't coming to y'all stuff, man.
Why
I ain't
not?
coming. Man, I got things to do, man.
Nah,
I
you
ain't
gotta
got
come,
time to be
man.
playing with y'all.
You got to come, man.
You know I'll
You
be
got
there.
to
You know
come.
I'll be there.
You
But
got
what's
to
up, man?
come,
Talk
man.
to me. Talk to me.
Nothing, man. It's been a whirlwind, man. Been busy like crazy. You know, obviously the Final Four has been set. Who in their right mind would have thought that these would be the teams that are participating? But we could talk about that in a little bit. But it's just been super busy, man. It's been a blessing being able to do what I did this year, and looking forward to, you know, in the years to come, to that role being expanded even more in a lot of different ways, and other projects that I got going on. So, man, like now, man, it's just been rough, man. I'm just glad to finally get a break for a few days. But I'm heading to H-Town tomorrow, so. So here's what I was going to tell you. You're right. I forgot to put the Chop Shop on there,
Right.
but
What?
oh wow.
Chris, somebody else I'm gonna tell you what somebody else said about you too, but keep going.
But I was gonna say all the people
Uh-huh.
that supposedly, remember I told you when the Cowboys didn't make the Super Bowl, I was gonna have a event for them.
Yes!
Send the fly out. They can come to this event. There you go. That's how we'll do it. So everybody that missed out, there you go.
I
That's how
got you.
we'll cover it.
Hey, y'all, in case y'all didn't wonder, when the Cowboys lost, Chris said, I'm gonna buy. No, Chris, you said you gonna buy some drinks too, Chris.
Okay, well they listen. Listen. Here's what I know. I used to be a summer basketball coach.
Uh-huh.
And here's what I know. This was my tactic, and I don't want nobody to laugh at me. All you got to do is offer the parents every weekend. They can come for free. They can come on at my expense every weekend. They can come see their kid play. Flights, hotels, everything. But
Uh-huh.
here's what I learned:
What?
is right as being a smart negotiator,
Uh-huh.
that they wanted to be away from their kids on the weekend. They wanted their own time, so they weren't gonna come every weekend, even if I offered it.
Oh.
But the fact that I offered it, right,
Mhm.
meant something to them. So if I gave them 5 weekends, they come one. Maybe they come two. Maybe.
Ah.
There you go. So even if you put this out there, what up, Kelp? Even if you put this out there, they ain't showing up. It don't matter. But at least I did what? I offered. There you go, Hal.
I'm finna put it up on the screen too, Chris. What? Hold up. Hold up. Hold
At
up.
least I offered.
I'm gonna put it on the screen, man. I'm just trying to. Oh, hold up.
They
They
ain't
won't let
coming,
me.
man. Don't
I,
worry. You can put it on
I
the
must.
screen all
I
you
must
want.
have you. Let me see. Walker party. I got to. They wouldn't let me. Walker party. Okay. Hold up. I got to put it up there. Hold up.
It's the same day as those sorry Astros opening day. It's the same day. It's
I don't care
Thursday.
nothing about no Astro.
That's your squad.
Nah, that's Jimmy. That's Jimmy.
Oh, it's
Hold on.
Jimmy too.
Let me make sure he get in. Let me get him in. So, Chris, let me put this up on the screen right quick. I just want to make sure it's ladies and gentlemen. I want to put it up there so y'all can't say Chris Walker hedged on his bet. His sorry Cowboys lost, and he said he was gonna
Man,
get y'all
let
a
me tell you
party.
how cold the Cowboys are. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
One time I went to a. Let me
Oh
tell you
look.
how cold the Cowboys are.
Uh-huh.
One time I went to a sports bar in New
Okay.
York to
Mm-hmm.
watch. I guess we had like a little CBS thing, a little mixture of all the people that worked there.
Okay.
And do you not know they had a team, flags of every New York team in there except the Giants
Mm-hmm.
and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
They even had the Bills. And then they had a Cowboy sign. That's how strong the Cowboys are, boy. I was like, hold on.
Hey
You
man,
got
whoa. Wait, hey, hold on, cause I got something to talk about your Lakers in a minute. Hold on a minute.
the Lakers coming back, bro.
Okay.
The Lakers coming back. Don't worry.
Can I explain this? A Final Four. Can I talk about the Final Four mixer on
Sure.
Thursday,
Yeah.
March
Yes.
30th, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's an invite only. Y'all don't, you know, it's complimentary. Let's check this out. Complimentary beer, well drinks, cigars, and appetizers. 9-hole part 3 golf course available is at the River House. I call it East River 9. I guess you call it the River House. It's called
That's what they call it, yeah.
technically it's East River 9. But ladies and gentlemen, you cannot ever say Chris Walker did not live up to what he was talking about. So I done took that off the screen. Now, Chris, you can get back to talking. Now, what was you talking about? Let's not talk about no Cowboys, please.
I got a delay or something here.
What?
Yeah, it might. I need to come in and come out.
No, you good. Keep going. You good. You good. The latency ain't that great today, but just keep talking. We can hear you good, Chris, and that's because we don't need to see you. We just need to hear you.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying it's a delay because even on my end, I'm talking and it's coming in. But anyway,
yeah.
Bottom line, what up, T-Sheet?
Now Jimmy done froze up.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he back.
He is right there. But so anyway, like as I said before, man, it's a interesting Final Four to say the least.
Right.
It's 3 teams that have made it for the first time in the history of the school. And it speaks to, you know what's funny? In today's times, and I was going back and forth with Seth Davis, and when we were, having a healthy argument about whether college basketball has changed or not with the transfer portal, with NIL agreements. And just for instance, and I don't know what the numbers are for a person like Kansas State with Jerome Tang, who did a fantastic job this year, and hopefully that he ends up being National Coach of the Year. He had to recruit 10 new players when he got the job.
Mm-hmm.
10 new dudes, right? But he lost Nigel Pack, who went to Miami of Florida, and they gave him an $800,000 deal.
Okay.
They gave him an $800,000 deal, $400 for 2 years, right? So we have a person, I can't say the name, that a person who's a producer in a certain network. I sent them this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you. How you can put it on the screen.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on 1 second.
What's up over there, Jimbo?
Man, hey, man.
Hold on 1 second.
I tried to warn everybody. I did my best and warn everybody about the Final Four. I explained to you guys that the market for tickets isn't set until the teams make it there. Everybody's went out. You realize the tickets for the semifinals have went down 50%.
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No, but still, the question now is, do you think that people that went out and bought some high level tickets earlier are having buyer's remorse? They're trying to unload them things. Airbnbs opened up last night. A few hotel rooms opened up around the city. This is between last night and this morning. It was almost like a rummage sale, clearance sale. You go and get them. And the thing about it, the forecast is showing rain 70% on Saturday. If there's any city that you don't want to get caught in the rain in, it's Houston. Because everything is so far. You got to wait. Your car's way over there. You got to walk way over there. You waiting on and they're encouraging people to ride the metro rails. You got to wait on those things. Bring your umbrellas. But anyway, Chris, he was queuing. He was sending you something to queue up, Adam. Let us know when you get it.
No, I'm not gonna queue it up, man, because it's an overload on the system. So let's just talk. I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm still a delay though.
But I can hear y'all good. That's what matter. I can hear you good, Chris. So what's the gist of what you're about to say?
What I was saying was
You
I
talking about
sent
riding
out,
the cherry, have to
it
reload?
was sent to me, and I put it in the group chat.
Mhm.
I put it in the group chat with the group of people, and you know what they said? The person who actually went to Miami, who you never would have thought, right, would
Mhm.
say what they said, right? They said, pay them double. I was like, what? 2.2 million, that's what they got on the books right now. Them people so happy they going to the Final Four. See, that's what success does, right? They don't care how much was paid. Now they might have complained about it before they were, this happened the other last night. Oh, this is too much. This is ridiculous. Next thing you know, they get there, pay them double. It don't matter because what they about to make right now from going to the Final Four is unbelievable. You're gonna have so many people trying to go to Coral Gables, it's gonna blow your mind. All the football players gonna come out to Weeds, Michael Irvin, everybody gonna be down there. It's gonna be crazy because it's the first time they've ever made it. You know what I mean? So it just shows you what it does show you. What I was saying was it shows you that the landscape has changed because people, and I'm so sorry that Texas didn't go because Texas would have drove the
Mark.
price of the
Mhm.
tickets up like crazy because
Oh yeah.
everybody would have been Houston.
Yeah.
Every single person would have been in Houston. You know,
And some of those are the people who bought some tickets already, so y'all can get their ticket. They gonna be really ready to offload those tickets. But keep going, Chris.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, they're gonna because again, it's you're not gonna get the casual fan to come from different places in the country because they don't want to see those schools. And here's what I say, which I don't like, which actually I shouldn't say I don't like. What I do like is that different teams make it.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Different teams make it. And the best thing about different teams making it is that it gives you the feeling that anybody can make it to the Final Four. And that makes the tournament more exciting. Now, it doesn't make it exciting programming wise for the networks. Because think about last year, you had Villanova, Kansas, Duke, North Carolina. It was Coach K's last season. So it was a whole lot of fanfare, people buying tickets all over the place. This year, Florida Atlantic, Miami, Florida. I mean, you have all of Florida there.
San
Because
Diego
people
State.
don't know Florida Atlantic. It's probably maybe 20 miles. Is Boca Raton? How far is Boca Raton,
Oh,
Harold,
it's a
from
little
Miami?
more than that. It's a little more than that. It's a little
Is
more
it
than about 30, almost 40. 40, yeah.
about 40 miles?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have that air. You're gonna have that whole contingency of Florida coming, South Florida.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, it's just a different deal. No blue bloods, new bloods, no blue bloods. And
Yeah.
UConn clearly is a favorite. So that UConn Texas game would have been huge,
Yeah.
had it came off, and people would have thought that would be the national championship game. But I'm gonna be honest with you, San Diego State, Florida Atlantic. I mean, Miami, Florida, UConn is not bad. That's not a bad game because we realize Miami won the ACC.
Yeah.
Miami won the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
So that's legitimate, even though this is their first time. Texas would have been better just because of the low cap. But the other side of the bracket, I had Duke and I had Baylor. And then Miami didn't make it. I'm sorry, then Alabama didn't make it. So it's just in Tennessee, you thought like it'd be Alabama, Tennessee, K-State versus Alabama. I even thought it would have been Creighton, even if Creighton would have made it to the championship game. On that other side, because they're in the Big East, you could have had Creighton versus UConn, all Big East, or K-State versus Creighton in the Final Four. It ended up. But you know what, man? Like I said before, man, it's like AAU. You can have all them names on the back of them jerseys all you want. At the end of the day, them dudes got to go out there and play. And then here's what everybody's saying. Well, this is not a good Final Four because, hey, man, listen, Kentucky had a chance to win and they lost. What you want me to do? Purdue had a chance to win and they lost. We still talking about Penny. If it wasn't for Kendrick Davis throwing that pass away, there would be no Florida Atlantic. Memphis could be in the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, one play. Now, you can talk about all the other plays, but that one play was 7 seconds. Think about that. That one play.
Mm-hmm.
Florida Atlantic was supposed to be done. They're in the Final Four. And guess what? Here's the crazy part. Florida Atlantic's in Conference USA, right? Guess what they were picked in their league? Fifth. Preseason was picked fifth.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the Final Four. So it lets you know, man, they got transfer guys. They got a guy like Jalen Gaffney who actually played at UConn last year, right? Played at UConn. And they got the kid Vladislav Golden, who played at Texas Tech. I mean, seriously, man. Brian Greenlee, who played at Minnesota. Minnesota in the last place a couple of years ago. They're in the last place in the Big Ten. This kid going to the Final Four of Florida Atlantic. It's crazy, man. It's a whole lot of narratives, man. And I got to ask y'all a question. You was a player. Was that a foul on the kid from San Diego State yesterday?
Huh?
Was that a foul when the kid from San Diego State made the last?
Yeah, he fouled.
It was a foul?
Yeah. Foul.
You think so?
Yeah.
Come on, Adam. Game point in Memphis.
I don't buy into the Seth Greenberg theory.
What's the Seth Greenberg theory?
Talking about they shouldn't call it. They didn't call it in the beginning of the game. They didn't call it at the end of the game. I think I sit there and watch several versions of it, and dude pushed the dude in the back. Right there on the side, he had his hand on it and pushed him. How in the hell are those supposed to call the foul? But you know what? You know what got me though? This my problem. Y'all, everybody whining about this, right? But I didn't see that many people whining when Kendrick Davis, our whole team was calling timeout for Memphis. And the ref didn't get him no timeout.
Well, this is to go to the Final Four. That's why.
But to Memphis, that was more important, just as important.
What's that?
To the fans of Memphis, that was important.
I get you. But
a foul is a foul, though, right?
I wouldn't have called it.
Because you're not a referee.
Listen, man.
But you can't grab nobody's shirt, man, and push him. You can't do that.
He didn't grab him. You act like he grabbed him. He didn't grab him.
What were you? I'm finna find the picture now.
What's that?
I'm finna find the picture and show it. I can't put it on the. That was not a tic-tac. That was not a tic-tac foul. Do me a favor and go watch it again. Go watch it again.
The kid in his interview, right, even said that it didn't affect his shot. Even the kid said it. He said he thought it got fouled, but it didn't affect my shot, though. That's what the kid said. He said, I got fouled, but it didn't affect my shot. He said, and guess what else he said? Hey, man, if they didn't call it, we'd have just laced him up in overtime. That's what he said. So that's what y'all should be saying instead of whining. I'm not whining. I just didn't think it should have been a foul to go to the Final Four. Let them lace it up. Here's the thing. San Diego State gives up 57 points a game. They foul the entire game. They grab you. They pull you. The entire game. The refs don't call it. And what happens is, because you don't call that, they get to set the tone. So if they call that all game long, now the other team is living at the free throw line. You saw what happened in the Texas game. They made 28 free throws. They only made 2 threes and beat Texas. Made 2 threes. They shoot 37% for 3, Miami. They only made 2 threes and beat Texas. They shot 30-plus free throws. They made 28 free throws. That's basketball, Chris. But what I'm telling you is they weren't calling that game like that for San Diego State, because that's San Diego State style. They foul you. And they're like, they can't call them all. Hey, hold up. Stop the presses. I love it. Hold up, Chris. Stop the presses. Tasha said, did what's his name foul LeBron James? You remember you were whining about people foul LeBron James? Oh, he definitely fouled LeBron James. She got you that time, Chris. I think it was a foul. You talking about to go to the Final Four. People from Memphis felt every referee, 2 college referees called me that night and said Memphis got robbed. I didn't see not one of people and I watched y'all that night, Chris. I got you on tape. Y'all didn't say nothing about Memphis getting robbed. Listen, man. We said? The kid threw that ball away. That's what we said. See that? Yeah. He did. Hold up.
You didn't say nothing about the shot when he came down on the guy's foot. You
I
didn't say nothing about that.
I didn't
Huh?
see that. I didn't think. What do you mean? It came down on
Oh
his
my
foot?
God, Chris, you're a CBS, man.
Well, when he came down on his foot, that didn't change. The dude, let
Yeah,
me
they
ask you
did
this:
change the game because Kendrick Davis had to go out the game.
But if Kendrick Davis hadn't threw that ball away, what would have happened?
We'd have won the game. Hey, we'd have won the game. But Chris, I sit there and watch y'all. Y'all select what y'all want to fight for. Just going to the Final Four. Man, I don't care. Great. McDermott, he ain't supposed to be coach. They should have ran his ass off. All that old crazy ass stuff he was doing up there. You think I wanted him to win? I'm glad he lost. How about that? Tell your people on CBS that.
Glad who lost?
McDermott lost.
Oh. I'm staying away from that.
Yeah, you can stay away from it. I don't have to stay away from it. I'm glad he left. I'm glad he lost. But now, what else we got? Jimmy, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, Jimmy? The kids.
Yeah, you ain't got damn. Let Jimmy talk some. Damn.
T, what's up, man?
Hey, man, it's a good day, man. Congratulations to Rodney Terry. He is now, it's officially, well, it hadn't been officially done, but it has been reported that he has been offered the head job at University of Texas, and that puts an end to this long, drawn-out drama, and that has basically been a cloud over his head and the program's head. And they said they did not want to cause a distraction. Hell, that was a distraction. That was a distraction all the way through until the point. Now, of course, Chris, you've been in this situation before, and I want to ask you, as with the interim tag, how does that normally? How abnormal was this for Rodney Terry for them to wait all the way to now? And was it justified, or are you okay with it? Like, I'm just saying now from your perch, looking down in
First
the
of all, he
breeze.
got the job, so it don't really matter, right? I mean, I said, you know, because there was a discussion whether they wanted him or not. You know, certain people said he should. You know, they didn't think that he would get it. Certain people said it's ridiculous he didn't get it. And one particular person said, I think he already has a job. They just didn't want to announce it while the kids were playing. I'm like, I would. That's gonna make them play for him more. Like, why would that make them play less? That would make them go really through a wall. Like, that would give them that extra jolt, that extra oomph that may get it done. So why not say it? Why not announce it? Why wait till it's over? You know, I'm like, you're trying to go to the Final Four. Texas hadn't been to the Final Four since 2003. Only one in the history of the school. I would have gave them every opportunity. Why would that take away? You think those kids gonna go out there and say, okay, we ain't gonna play less now. We're gonna play less now. We're gonna go out there and go harder. In my opinion, they're gonna be happy for him. You know, but hey, it's a moot point at this point because he got the job. And I've been saying the whole time, you know, people have done less. People have done less and got jobs. I mean, obviously the challenge is when all of these players leave, you know, all of the players that were there, I'm sure that he had a hand in recruiting, you know, to continue it moving forward. Because that's kind of like it's kind of like this, guys, and you got to look at it from both sides. Well, you don't have to look at it from both sides, but the only thing I can think of is that remember when Kobe, rest in peace, when Kobe, you know, won 5 championships for the Lakers, but it was clear that Kobe was on his last leg.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the D Wade thing. And how do you know this better than me? They paid Kobe all that money, right? And didn't that hurt the organization moving forward because they gave Kobe all that money?
Mm-hmm.
So what you did was you paid Kobe not for what he could do for you, but you paid him for what he did for you. And that's unfortunately not a smart business move, but it was because it was Kobe. So a lot of the discussions were, okay, we know that they're having a great year, but this is Beard's team. And if all these dudes are gone, can he keep it going moving forward? You see what I'm saying? These guys all came to play for Beard, so he's winning. So we think Beard would have won too. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the
So let's get us
same.
another beer.
Exactly. Would it be the same if it's him? Would those same players come if it's him and not Chris Beard, who played the national championship game? That's how people were looking at it. And that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
But guess what? It don't matter no more. He got the job. And so I didn't care the whole time. You know,
Me either.
my thinking was, hey man, listen, I've seen people get it for less. It is what it is. Because here's what I do know. Had he not won, what would they say? So if he won, you got to say something else. You can't say the same thing. You know, if he lost, you can't say the same thing. And if he won, you can't do that. You got to give him a chance. And so, because he could have, mucked this thing up and it not been good. And he did not do that. And unfortunately, he came, maybe like they were up 9. I think they were up 10 with 9 minutes to go. He came 9 minutes short of getting to the Final Four. Man, I'm telling you right now, I feel so bad for Texas. They needed Texas to make the Final Four, man. That would have, even though some other teams didn't make it, it wouldn't have mattered if Texas made it. You know what I'm saying, T-Sheet? It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered if Texas made it.
Well, because Texas and Houston were both on the same quad, and they would have had played each other. So when Houston got knocked out by Miami, and Miami knocked them out, Miami won that game. It wasn't like Houston gave the game away, so to speak. I had a 13-point lead in the second half and squandered it. They never could get in gear. They were outplayed and from top to all the way through. Texas, on the other hand, appeared to be in total control. It appeared to be in total control of this game. And then, but it was a point. It was in the second half that wait a minute. It was a point in the second half to where I was watching, and you have what they call a resistance level. And if you ever watching any game, basketball game, you'll see, like, say if a team is up by 10, and then they might go up by 14. Then the team might bring it down to maybe, or they might go up by, let's say they go up to 20. Then they come down to maybe 15. They pick it back up to 18. Get it back down to 15. Get it back up to 19. Well, their resistance level right now is that threshold is between 15 and 20. And then you say, well, okay, well, they can break that, then they'll start another run. Well, the resistance level for this game yesterday, I was watching, it stayed around 4 by 13. I thought it was 14, it was 13. It went down to like 8. Then they'll go back up and get it to 10, 11, whatnot. It'll go back down to 9. Then they get back up to 10, 11, 12. Then they go back down. Then all of a sudden they hit down to 8. Then I say, well, man, if these dudes mess around and break, then all of a sudden they got it not down to 8. They got it. It just jumped all the way down to 6. I was like, oh, shoot, man, Texas is in trouble. Then something happened to where Ontario Morris, who had hit a couple of gutsy baskets early on and was part of their momentum and was fresh legs, on top of that, did not come back into the game. He took an ill-advised three-point attempt, and I think that was in the first half, and didn't come back in. And then it came back to hunt them, because you as a coach, Chris, you guys go and you shrink that bench. And a kid like Ontario, who had, there's been rumors that was already coming out and already circled around the loops that it was possibly going into the transfer portal. And I know programs hear that stuff. You can feel it in the locker room if that was indeed true or not. Time will tell. But that definitely was circulating that Ontario may be going. Now, he only played 10 minutes in this game. Can RT convince him, Ontario, that, hey, man, I'm with you on this one. I believe in you, and we can do this, and you got to re-recruit him, in other words. Possibly. Now you have Ron Holland, who's playing in the McDonald's All-American game on Tuesday evening in Houston. He signed with Texas. And at first, remember, Ron Holland's mother had to put out a social media message to let people know, because rumors about him was saying he was going to ask for a release and get out of that LOI. and move on around. She said, no, we're still signed, and we're going to Texas. And that's how it goes. So now I'm looking, the city of Dallas and DFW are looking down once again. This ain't the first time. They've done this in many intervals of years. They look down at University of Texas as though, you know what, we don't like y'all. We don't like y'all. Don't treat our kids good when they come there. The last one that got treated right that came down from there, of course, you take the little Jones out of the equation because that was a life threatening condition. So he's an asterisk. But LaMarcus Aldridge may be the last one that came from DFW that they had well, after LaMarcus, you had the other kid that went to the Utah Jazz. Well, no, he never even played there. He went straight out of high school. The other kid that went to the Jazz. But so LA was the last one. And then you notice a lot of their top recruits from DFW, as a result, they punished Texas and sent them to Baylor, and in recent years to Texas A&M. So now we'll see how this thing goes in regard to, and then you wonder, Texas had some of their best success. They won the conference tournament this year. They won the conference tournament when Shaka was there a couple of years ago. And their best doing was with, you got to get out-of-state guys. You got to get your best guys available. It's not like you want guys from this state, but you got to get the best available. Best available. And these guys, and as you see now, the margin has shrunk. How you saw it when Texas Southern beat Arizona State. Arizona State went on and proceeded to beat their line share of teams in their conference. They were ranked in the top 25 in the country with only one loss. And only one loss Arizona State was against Texas Southern University. The field has shrunk. A lot of these kids get to play against so many other kids in the grassroots sector. The fear factor is gone. It's almost like I can't wait to get a piece of him again. Because last time I got a piece of him, but they put him in the McDonald game. They voted him in the top 100, invited him to Pangos. They invited him to top 100. I can't wait. And this is what these guys now, in yesteryear, Chris, they didn't get a chance to play against these guys on a regular, unless they did it on a regional scale. This is what we see now. And the portal, just on Greater Houston guys alone, right now, we are 1 week into the portal. 21 guys who played or graduated from Houston area high schools is in the portal right now. With the latest being, and I told you guys on Thursday, I gave you guys a scoop. I said first thing Monday morning, Cyrell Wheeler will be in that portal. And yes, indeed, he's the latest to be in the portal. See, the Chop Shop gives y'all this stuff, and we give you nuggets. You can go run with it. We're right way more than we're wrong in regarding to picking them when it comes to giving you news.
So he really wasn't hurt? They just weren't playing him?
You know what? I've got confirmation from Teddy Wheeler, Xavier's dad. Remember, Xavier made his initial announcement out of high school on the Chop Shop when he picked Georgia. We was on location at Houston Christian High School. Hatter and myself were right there on location. Teddy Wheeler has confirmed to Chop Shop that Xavier Wheeler will make his announcement to where he's going next live on the Chop Shop again. We applaud Teddy for staying true to it and staying down to it, because he is right now the most sought after point guard in the country. Now, mind you, some guys say, well, man, he can't shoot. And I had to go look at the numbers this morning, Chris. Do you realize that this year Xavier had a career high in his three-point percentage? It's the highest it's ever been. The highest it's ever been.
What is it?
I think it's right around 37%, which ain't horrible.
That's good. That's good.
It ain't horrible.
So
it's as high as it's ever been.
The question is, why didn't Kentucky feel like they could win with him?
That's something you have to ask Colin Perry. And you being the coach, why do you think happened? You know, they chalk it up under ankle and he had to play good soldier and bite that bullet, because you probably wasn't 100%, but you definitely could have played. And basically, he got his job. Remember, he went out with a shoulder injury. The game, I think, against Tennessee. Right? Then they moved the young fella from Rich School up in their spot, and Xavier, the rest was history. But the thing is, he's still the all-time leading assist giver in SEC history. He has value. He has value. And once again, he's not the only one. Of course, notable names: Amari Abram is leaving Ole Miss. We mentioned that the other day. Eddie Lampkin is gone from TCU. He's going to be sought after. Has he committed yet? The rumors were, did he make it official? I remember somebody had dropped a nugget saying about the Georgetown, and Eddie came out on social media. Was like, "Oh no, I haven't did nothing yet. Stop, you're lying. That's bad dope." Now, at the same time, going with Coach Cooley, that ain't playing for Cooley ain't bad.
No, great man.
And but yeah, I mean, cool cat. I know Chris knows him as well. He's a cool cat, man. Now, and a good leader of men. Also, Chris, speaking of ties to you, a couple of young men who played for you, you had fingerprints on. They're in the portal. Jordan Turner, he's leaving Baylor after being there 3 years.
I thought he left
Some
Baylor.
People didn't even know he was at Baylor. Huh?
I thought he left Baylor last year.
No, Chris.
Damn.
No, Chris,
you don't keep up with your kids, man. You're not good. You're not like Rodney Terry. Rodney Terry said, "I'm gonna be at them dudes' weddings. I'm gonna be at their girls, everything." You ain't like Rodney Terry, man. You don't keep up with your kid.
Man, don't be comparing me to Rodney. Why you got to compare me to Rodney?
No. I get on the bus. I get on the bus with TSU the other day. I said, man, I heard you used to play for Chris Walker. He said, "Yeah, Coach Walker. Yeah, I used to play. He's so cool." Jordan Gillum. He said, "What did he doing?" I said, "He didn't know you was on TV." I said, "Man, he announced the games on TV. You got to at least send a text out to your kids saying something, man."
I don't have to do nothing. How's that? Hey, I did my part.
Excuse me,
sir.
Did
he get an education?
I apologize. My bad.
Say,
I did
and
my
that ain't
part.
another.
You know what?
Shane Weaver.
This
Shane Weaver is gone.
That's one of yours too.
He's in the portal.
This Shane Weaver. He's gone. Well, that's understandable because
he's a
Paul Mills
transfer though. He's just trying to get it. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying he's a graduate transfer, but Paul Mills is left and he's taking the job at Wichita State. So that way you can he's at Oral Roberts. So that's understandable. That's on
Shane
that.
Does go to Wichita State.
I would think that Shane. I'm just saying. I don't have no bearings on, and by no means telling nobody or have inside information on that one yet. I can get some, and we all can. But I would guess the right for us fit wise, the Shane Weaver could come home and go to Rice and get that Rice degree and join that team with a young Keanu Dawes, those type of athletes that run like deer. That's in that conference.
He can play good at Rice. Yeah,
he could play. That would be a good fit. You come home now. You got a degree from Oral Roberts and you have a degree from Rice. Those can move needles on the 40-year plan. Trust me.
Hold up, Jimmy. Hold up. I too just said PJ in the portal too. Is a question. PJ who?
PJ Haggerty, Chris Walker.
Haggerty, Chris Walker. Hey, Jimmy got that boy in the portal, man.
No, I didn't get that boy in the portal. Chris Walker,
you did, man.
About this a year ago. John Ure was on the Chop Shop, and he told you this about what PJ Haggerty would do when he got to TCU, and you tried to warn him, and now here we are a year later. And the thing is, guys, don't take this stuff the wrong way because in instances where you make a proclamation and it becomes true, or you speak it into existence, you will remind us. You will remind other people. I said that. Didn't I say that? I told y'all that. Okay, so why can't another person, when another person come and remind you that what you said and want to call you to and want you to speak on that, then you get mad. Oh, we're hating. No, we're not hating. I know for a fact that neither one of us go to bed thinking and worrying about where's this kid going to transfer to? Did they miss him out his minutes? No. The thing is, if you make a declaration, you make a projection on this kid, and basically you're saying everybody got it messed up. He's the best guard that came through here since sliced bread. Well, if that be the case, ain't none of the best point guards that came through Houston. None of them transferred. They all got something in common.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta let them learn, man.
They come all the way up. None of the top ones, talking about the top shelf, none of them transferred. They know why? Because they came in there and walked in and got it done, and couldn't nobody come and take their job.
Yeah,
all the way through.
I mean, let me tell you something. PJ Haggard is gonna be a player somewhere. I'm just telling you.
Yes. It just didn't work out. It just didn't work. And guess what?
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Chris, make sure I have one of them hats when you come to town. Pack it and don't wrinkle it up. Don't bend it up.
He gonna be a player somewhere over the rainbow, Hatter.
No, man.
I said, bring me one of them CBS Sports Network caps.
I got you.
No, you gonna man. You don't never. You always. I'm still waiting on a Dior pen.
You wild.
Yeah, Jimmy.
And so I'm looking.
That man says PJ Henry going overseas.
PJ Henry or PJ Haggard?
PJ Henry, he talking about now.
PJ Henry
is PJ Henry got another year eligibility, man. He need to use every bit of eligibility he can use. Overseas in summer league. Jeremy, come on, Jeremy. Come on, man. Come on.
So, Hatter, who you cheering for? Who was your Final Four, Hatter?
What?
Who was your
I ain't got but one.
I know.
No, Memphis gone. Chris, I can't believe you ain't connecting the dot.
Man.
He called me as soon as the game was over, said, man, I'll be there Wednesday.
Who?
What?
Miami, man. He's going for Miami, man.
Bill Courtney, man.
You got the little Cornell fella, man, over there on the bench over there with Miami, man.
About that,
yeah. My man said, I see you as soon as I get off the plane. Yeah, Miami. Welcome to Miami. Yeah, Jimmy, yeah. Miami came and gave you the Texas two-step. Whop, 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 whop.
Hey, man, it happened. They did that. And, so congratulations to them. At the same time, I'm rooting for San Diego State.
Yeah.
Jayla D.
Yeah.
Jayla D.
Yeah. Why did he get Jayla D on the show, man?
That's up to the papa. I read an article. Jayla D said they have a crawfish ball at their house. And they said they're having a crawfish ball for the whole team at the house, at the crib.
That's nice.
And I did not know that Jayla D's mother is the great
Willis Reed. She's some kin of Willis Reed. Yeah.
So that's
a crazy stat. And even though Jayla D went there, didn't start, maybe started sometime during the year, but came off the bench for San Diego State. They're the oldest team, and probably the top 10, one of the top 10 oldest teams in the country. Their depth is crazy. They got 9 guys they can play at any time. Mm-hmm. When he scores 12 points, when he scores in double figures, they're 13-0. 13-0 when they score in double figures. So his usage rate is huge for them.
That's good
for them to win. But when he get 10 points, they have not lost this year.
What a unique thing about that situation, Jimmy. I can cheer for Jay. Watch this. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I can cheer for Jay against Florida Atlantic. But if Miami beats UConn, I got to go with Miami. Yeah, because San Diego going to play Florida Atlantic, and I'm cheering for Miami over. I'm shout out to Bill Courtney, man. That's the man. That man there. That man there, all right with me. Yes, forever will be all right with me. And and I just like to see him get another coaching job. He got he didn't get he got a raw deal up there at Cornell when they guy they said the young man raped the player. I mean raped his not a player raped his girlfriend, and found out it was false. And by that time they had fired him because they said he didn't have control over his players. And to piggyback on that, Jim, because a lot of people didn't know that in the beginning, Cornell has never, ever, ever fired a coach before in their history. That was the first time a head coach had ever got fired at Cornell University. And if it wasn't for that incident, he probably would have still been there coaching the basketball team. So shout out to him. Now, what you say?
So we have two mid majors pretty much on one side of the bracket at the Final Four, and it's San Diego State and Florida Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this Final Four for the first time in a long time, the first time ever that there are no McDonald's All Americans in the Final Four.
Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier.
And that once again, that goes into leveling that playing field. Mm-hmm. And you see now all kids, and that portal though, but don't see which of these teams are without the use of the portal, as Chris just alluded to a while ago. I mean, you look at Miami, one of their key starters was at Kansas State. And that portal is the new thing. And a lot of people really, really, really aren't paying attention. And I mentioned the names of a few transfers a while ago. Do you guys, at some point, it must soak in that your 12th grader, who's unsigned senior right now, he's competing with for a scholarship with Xavier Wheeler, with Deshane Weaver, with Eddie Lampkin. He's competing with those guys, with Jonathan Massey. He's competing with those guys for a scholarship spot. It just all depends on if the coach chooses to go older, which everybody is trying to go older. But then some coaches want to reach down and get a young player and just keep one or two on scholarship on the roster. But the factor is, if they don't do well enough, then they're going to leave you and getting in the portal. If they do well enough, they're going to probably bolt. That's the thing. So now, why would I want to go and waste all my resources chasing down these young kids during the live period? They're just going there to just water the grass. It's not going to be. I saw a decrease in coaches last summer during the live period in some of the. It's still a flock of them, but it ain't like you saw in years of past. And the thing is like this, Chris, I'm going to ask you this, toss this to you. Do you think that Florida Atlantic, knowing Big Brother from their state, from right around the corner, is there with you in the same city? They come into Houston. How crazy would it be if a month from now, some kid, one of those starters from Florida Atlantic, knowing about the name, image, likeness money that Miami has up under their belt, if some of those kids from Florida Atlantic want to transfer to Miami, how crazy would that be for a headliner?
I mean, it's certainly possible. I mean, listen, man, anybody back in the day, you only had to recruit. Like your best player, you never worried about leaving because you always treated him the best. And they always had the best cut of the meat. So there was never a question where they were going to leave. The guy number 4 through 8, you got to worry about that joker now. Because, again, I was on the phone with an NBA scout and a kid the other day trying to tell a kid he has a COVID year. And he was like, well, I'm thinking about coming out. I said, come out and do what? You want to go work at Morton Steakhouse and be a 6'7" dude delivering steaks to people? You want to work at TSA? Like, tell me what you want to do, because you thinking you're going to play in the NBA is, you have no idea what you're up against. If you didn't get invited to Portsmouth, so you won't get invited to Chicago. So what's your pathway? It just doesn't work out the way y'all think. You can't just snap your finger and be like, Kazam, I get tryouts and I'm in the league. I don't want to tell you all the different people that have tried that, and then they find out, they get a couple of little tryouts and they be like, I'm in the NBA. Tryout don't mean NBA, man. It means you trying is all it means, right? And they do that like it's like giving kids, like Nike and Adidas and Under Armour give kids sneakers. It's nothing to them to bring you in on a tryout. And you know what I mean? It's actually cheaper for them. All right, we don't need to go see this dude. Just bring him in, let him work out with these dudes, and get him up out of here. Right? So now I'm listening to the kids saying, well, I'm a little older now. I don't know if I can make it. I said, son, you got another free year of college. Another free year. You're telling me no one is talking about you right now. If you go out and you're a second team All-American, that doesn't put you in a better position. Well, I'm older. My agent's saying I'm older. I don't give a damn what your agent telling you. Your agent told you you older. So what is it? The bottom line is you don't have no data. You don't have no reason for them to talk about you. You don't have no reason for them to get excited about you. So what they supposed to do? So what this agent gonna do when you don't make it then? What's he gonna do? I want to know what he gonna do. I want to know what the other side, because we got had a, you know what? I mean,
Stop
I got another
answering his
story
phone
about that
calls.
as well.
He gonna stop answering his phone calls.
Exactly. And he playing this year, and I'm like, he got a dude on his squad who's gonna be a first round pick, and I'm like, dude, you got a whole nother year. Put your name in that portal, go get you some bread, because that's the way the rules are set up now. You can go get you about $300,000 in that portal. Why wouldn't you do that? Well, I just think I need to move on. To what? Move on to what? I want to know what you're moving on to. You moving on to the unknown. I know what you can get here. Why would you not want to delay that? Why you want to hurry up to that? You want to hurry up to the unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy, I mean,
I don't get it.
Chris, I got something for you because you hadn't been around a while. Melvin Dews wanted to get your take on this. I'm trying to put it on the screen. He said, okay, let me put it back up there. You can answer these questions, you can give him a rapid fire on them. Hold up.
What, John Morant?
He want to know your view on John. Yeah, John Morant. He's talking about John, Lamar Jackson and the McDonald's game. Huh?
Well, I'll start from the back to the front.
Okay.
McDonald's game, people just, like Jimmy already said that already, no one cares anymore. It's a different deal, man. No one cares. Listen, Duke had about 3-4 McDonald's All-American. Look what happened to them. No one cares anymore, man. It's a different world now, man. The front of the jersey, kids don't fear the front of that jersey anymore. They don't fear it. They play against those guys in the summertime, man. They play against those guys. The AAU has leveled the playing field. People talk about the transfer portal is really summer basketball, because some of them guys said, man, oh my God, you're going to play against Florida Atlantic. That dude, Florida Atlantic, said, hey, man, I done played against that dude 50 times since I've been in the 9th grade, man. What you talking about? I done played against that dude 50 times. Who? Little Pookie. Man, y'all up here talking about that dude at McDonald's All-American. He at the crib. I be tearing his ass up all the time over here, such and such. What are you talking about? I'm just telling you what these kids think with IG and TikTok. Like, they didn't been around these. Man, hold up, man. You mean that dude? We used to go hang out every weekend down in court. I mean, those dudes don't look at it like that no more. When I was a kid, when we were kids, we would see a dude on TV like Kenny Smith playing at North Carolina or Pearl Washington or Rod Strickland. We'd be in awe. David Rivers at Notre Dame, you know what I'm saying? We'd be like, oh my God.
Kenny Anderson.
Andre Turner, we'd be like, oh my God. Five Slammer Jammer. Oh my God. Now, guess what? Man, you just turn your streaming on. You can see that message. You can see any dude, anytime, anywhere. It's different now. Listen, when I was growing up, there was 2 AAU teams in Houston. Houston BCI Gold and Houston BCI Silver. How many AAU teams are there now? You know what I'm saying? In Dallas, there was Dallas Slam and Jam. Jimmy, remember that? It was Dallas Slam and Jam, and I forget the other team. Horace Coleman used to have it, and Bill McKinney. Now you got teams all over the place. It's a different world now, man. And the transfer portal is just another version of that. So The McDonald's game is great knowing and had a Lamar Jackson. You said this before, man. You said it. You said it a long time ago, man. And I don't even want to be mean because I don't know as much about it as you do, man. How you got your mama going in there talking for you, man? What you think this is? This is not the principal's office. It's not the principal's office. Hatter, you told me before, these dudes are not in the business of trying to pay you. They're in the business of trying to make money. If they paying you, they don't make money to a degree. They want to pay you. They still want to pay you. They know that you lead to winning, but they want to pay you at least as much as possible. They don't want to pay you the most. So if you don't have somebody that know what to ask for, you could be asking for less and don't even know it because you've never been in that arena before. What you doing in that room? Well, we want to keep it in-house. Homeboy, what are you talking about? You got to pay somebody. That's their job. That's why you employ people. Let me ask you a question. You got cancer. You don't have surgery. Your son have cancer. I don't want to use it like that. Or somebody have, you don't go deliver babies.
No.
You take them to the hospital. You don't cut out the cancer. You do it with the doctor. You got an agent. That's what the agent's job is. Right. You don't keep that money in house. Well, I don't want to pay the doctor, so let me cut the cancer out myself. Man, are you crazy? You want to die?
That's a good analogy, Chris. It's
you know what I mean? That's what that dude expertise is.
Somebody done told these people wrong out there, man. Everybody just thinking it. But what has happened, Chris, it's been so many people getting in the game that has no value. The agents don't really they getting in the game, they're groupies and they just not doing a great job. And it's turning some of these people off. And I ain't gonna lie, I understand Lamar and his mom. I that's why I can't get on him. The more I know, and I know she just had bad experience with agents. And she just said in the beginning, I don't want to deal with none of that. All of them coming here lying, all of them coming here telling me all this. I'm done. I don't even want to deal with you. I'm going to call the Players Association. Somebody gave her that information. And the Players Association. But it's just sometimes.
But look how it's worked out, though.
I understand. I understand how it's worked out for them. But I'm just telling you how people feeling at that moment. I mean, we can sit here and I could really sit on up here and say what she could. But the more I learn about these people and it's just I just wish we had a chance to get in there and meet with her.
But you're right, Hatter. But it still does not. I'm not. Here's my thing. I'm not saying that that's not a legitimate or valid way to look at it. What I'm saying is you still don't have the knowledge to deal with these people.
But
to them, like if you had the knowledge to deal with them.
But people always say, well, you're gonna get this much money anyway, so you don't need. You gotta understand, it's a whole lot of people that these people are listening to, Chris. It's a whole lot of people who run in their damn mouth who don't know nothing about this business out here. I'm gonna repeat that. It's a whole lot of people out here running their mouth who ain't never negotiated a contract, all they've heard was secondhand information. And what happens is these people listen to this secondhand information. No matter how you might not listen to it because you've had the advantage of being around people like me, but everybody else haven't. They been listening to the dude that's he might be a lawyer. He a lawyer in Houston, but he ain't never did one of these damn deals. And they just listen to people, man. Man, you don't need it's slotted anyway. You don't need no. It's the dumbest. That's like telling you to go in a court without a lawyer. Well, guess what? They're going to give you that time anyway, so you might as well just go on in there and take that time. No, y'all. The lawyer is an officer of the court. An agent is an officer of this business. And you always want a qualified and a person who know what they're doing. That's all. And like I said, for some reason, they don't value that. And that's why he got the, matter of fact, that's why he got.
But you know what, Hatter? Let me say this last piece. And I don't know, I don't know Lamar Jackson. I don't know his mom. I'm talking about the process. The process, right? and let's take it somewhere that we understand, like AAU or something,
Okay.
or summer basketball,
Okay.
trying to make a college decision.
Good.
Well, all these AAU coaches ain't no good, so I'm just not going. Well, hold on now. Okay. Here's the thing. You weren't saying that when they was paying for everything. You weren't saying that when they were picking your child up. So you have a bad experience because it's people, and it's also choices that you probably made, whether you were forced to make them or not, that led to these decisions or led to these outcomes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it worked
So
for her
you say that
in the beginning, Chris. It worked
Say it
for
again?
her in the beginning because he was under his rookie deal. But
Yeah.
the veteran deals are more complex.
Correct. And these people in a room will run circles around you. It's like I tell people, if you put Robert Hatter in the room with a parent, Robert Hatter will run circles. Like it don't matter what they think they know. That's why I say about college coaches. I've been in rooms, he'll be a lawyer, doctor, like degree. I'll be like, homeboy, put him in the room with me, watch what happens. You know why? Because I got something that you want.
Yes. There you go.
I got something that you want.
There you go.
And guess what? I know my way around the room. So, at the end of the day, the pretty girl gonna stay pretty coming out of my mouth. And I know how to, spin and do like that. Those guys, it's hard to get those coaches. That's what they're people call them used car salesmen. No, they're just professionals at what they do.
Yeah.
You're no match for that. So get you someone that can balance that out. Let Robert Hatter sitting there while you sitting with him. You can still ask the same questions.
Yes.
Let Robert Hatter shadow. And guess what that does? Balances that crap out. Now he got to sit there and be like, instead of him sitting over, leaning over, all up into you, and Robert Hatter coming in, he's sitting straight up.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta
watch what I say. Let me show you something. Let me read something to you, Chris. Let me read something to you. I just this is why I'm alarmed by it, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it tomorrow. Lamar Jackson tweeted this from his verified account. He said, "A letter to my fans. I want to first thank y'all, all of the love and support you've constantly showed towards me. All of you are amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. I want you all to know that believe in everything. Don't believe everything you read about me. Let me personally answer your questions. In regards to my future plans, as of March the 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization, for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. And any and everyone that has met me or been around me know I love the game of football. And my dream is to help a team win a Super Bowl. You all are great, but I have to make a business decision. That's what's best for my family and I." Notice he said business decision. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my fans of Baltimore Flock Nation and the entire state of Maryland. We'll see you. We will see you again. I've never heard a player do nothing like that ever in my life, especially a quarterback, which is the most important position on any franchise. And I've never seen that. And that's alarming to me, Chris. I just can't believe that happened. I can't believe somebody let him write that, but I think he's doing this stuff on his own.
Well, you got.
And the last thing I say about Ja Morant, Jimmy, to heavy is the head that wears a crown, man. To whom much is given, much is expected. Hey, man, if you got to understand who's giving you this money. Addy, you mentioned before, a long time ago with the Kyrie situation. It is a privilege, not a right. I'm going to say that again. There's a difference between a privilege and a right. Right? You got a right to do whatever you want to do. You want to go slap that dude over there? You want to slap Obama? Slap him. You can do it. You want to go pull guns out and smoke weed on planes. You can do it. But them privileges going to be revoked. Because the only people that can do that, and guess what? They come after them too, to a degree. You better own something, player. You don't own that team. You don't own Powerade. You don't own Nike. The minute you start affecting what? Their bottom line. They cool with you wearing your hair however you want. They cool with you doing anything you want. But the minute, guess what they looking at the whole time? They watching you dunk. They got a split screen going right now. They watching your highlights and they watching, guess what's happening with that stock market? They got a split screen. They like them both when they trending in the right direction. The minute they start trending down on one side over here to the right side of the screen, we got a problem on the left side of the screen. You got to understand, they ain't paying you because you're smart.
Wow.
You got to understand that.
Wow.
They're not paying you because you're smart.
Wow.
They're paying you because you play basketball. So when you start affecting the bottom line, you got to go. Kyrie, great player. Guess what he started doing? Affecting the bottom line. Got to go. That's how it works when you don't own nothing. We can be mad about it all we want. Be mad about it all you want. That's what happens when you don't vote. Be mad about it all you want. Don't go vote. You're gonna keep being mad. See, we're trying to impose our culture, impose our will on things that you can't impose your will on. Well, I should be able to wear my hair however you want. Man, wear your hair however you want. Can't work here though. That shit, man. Man, listen, man, I'm with you. George Floyd, things have changed. That window gone now. That window might be closing real soon, Jimmy. I'm just telling you what's going. Like, I'm not mad at people. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying it's not fair. I get it. I get all those things. But Ja Morant, I'm not saying to be like, because I had her gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Take a page out the King's notebook.
Yeah.
Take a page. You can say what you want about LeBron James. Take a page. Y'all can talk, but we the new breed. New breed of what, fool? He a billionaire. New breed of what? You know
I agree with you on that. Hey, I like that part of the LeBron talk you be talking. It's all that other talk.
Come on.
But
breed of what?
I would pick up the phone and call LeBron the day if I was him.
What? In a second. LeBron has changed the game, man. Yo, you guys running around here trying to be a little baby and all that. Y'all lost y'all mind. Well, Lil Baby got a Sprite commercial now, and Offset and Cardi B got their own burgers at Burger King. Man, y'all have lost y'all mind, man. Y'all have lost y'all mind. They don't own that either, by the way. They don't own that either. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, Jimmy, I know, Jimmy, I just want to piggyback on that, and you can close the show out. But he said something key that a lot of these people be following NBA YoungBoy and NBA YoungBoy and Lil Baby. But this was a news release the other day. NBA YoungBoy said, "I hate my murder raps." Say he's converting to Mormonism. He released a full album the other day, but he said he's been converting to Mormonism and changing the directions of his raps. He said it troubles him to know that fans, kids included, might have heard his music and have been influenced and harm other people, and he holds himself accountable. The 23-year-old admits he can't lyrically rewrite all the songs as a street rapper, but vows to take it day by day to get the job done. He shocked his fans. He just released this the other day on his social media. He just said, "Look, hey man, and these people following me, I would have never thought this was going to happen. This just happened other day. I don't see the date on it, but I got it's just happened the other day. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with people. And y'all can go look it up, and y'all can, I'm just giving you a breadcrumb. Go check it out. Even he know that stuff he's saying ain't right. So, but we got these basketball players out here trying to live it, but live this life. But Jimmy, what you got, man? Before we get out of here, because
Yeah,
we got a
man.
big week ahead of us.
A super big week.
Walk coming to town.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it's gonna be good, man. It's
you
gonna be a
guys.
good deal.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of partying. That's gonna probably supersede.
Well,
That.
y'all gonna do that part. I can't do that part, but y'all can have. It'll be a lot of stuff going on for sure.
Oh yeah, we have
What
enough. It'll be
part you
enough.
can't do?
Nah, man. I'm gonna be on the set, man. I can't do none of that stuff.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna be on the set every day. Wait a minute. You're gonna be on the set from your mixer?
No. I get to do that part because that's a group deal though. So it's not just me,
Okay.
but after that, shit, you're gonna be locked down, man. You got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so it's gonna be hard to move around like that. And you don't want to be tired, you got to be on set, so
Right.
you don't
You
be
got to be
exhausted.
fresh. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Dorsey say he need his book signed. So
yeah, come through for sure.
okay. Jimmy.
Yeah, I
What you
got,
saying, Jimmy?
I guess I'd share with you guys on tomorrow. It was funny. Um, um, I was talking in regards to Jayla D.
Mm-hmm.
He's from the class of 2018. Deshane Weaver is part of that same class. They're both in the portal. And one of I guess a significant thing about that class of 2018
Mm-hmm.
is that I haven't did all of the numbers, but you can look at it's like, guys, you can look at money and tell about how many ones or tens or hundreds, depending on your economic status. You can tell how many bills that is. Guys on the street, big pookies out there, you can look at that stack and you don't need a scale. You can tell if that's 28 or not. Well, I look at this list of transfers and I could tell that it is the most transfers 2018 from Greater Houston in modern day history. So what I'm about to say is, as I leave you with, Jayla D went to Ohio State, TCU. Now he's at San Diego State. In that whole class, I'll leave you with a couple of names of guys that transferred just among the top. Just say that we just go 12 deep, 15. We go 12 deep. We just stop at 12, a dozen. I'm looking at the list right now. Quentin Grimes transferred from Kansas to Houston. Worked out pretty damn good for Quentin Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
He's making more money than all us combined right now, and most of us combined.
He on his rookie deal, Jimmy.
Yeah, he on his rookie deal.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can
keep going.
check that up. He gets some bread.
Yeah.
Jamal Bieniemy went from Oklahoma to UTEP.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Davis went from TCU to SMU to Memphis.
Hey.
Jayla D, Ohio State, TCU to San Diego State.
Mm-hmm.
Miller Kopp, Northwestern to Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Nigel Hawkins from UTEP to SFA. Elijah Parquet went from Colorado to UNLV. Ajari Sonny went from Pacific to UC Santa Barbara. Right? Yep. Trey Wesley went from Lafayette to Prairie View. Effie O'Diggy went from UTEP to SMU.
No, he went from UTEP to Georgia. What you call the SMU?
Was it with Georgia State?
No, he went to UTEP to Troy to SMU.
Troy to SMU. Sure did. Yes. So that's a three-wheel motion for him. Right? That's 10 straight. All 10 of them transferred. The top 10 according to the final rankings of RCS Sports. So now number 11 did not transfer. He went in the portal but stayed home. And that was Antoine Davis. Stayed home at Detroit Mercy.
Yeah,
Yeah, if he hadn't, he'd have went. So he left.
Exactly. He was going to Kansas State in
Yeah.
a heartbeat had he not. You're right. And that
Mm-hmm.
was the thing. He stayed to play to try to break the record.
Mhm.
So that's an asterisk go to Antoine Davis. We put an asterisk on him. Look, up next, Peter P.J. Bird. Right?
Damn.
Went to VCU to
Mhm.
Colorado State to Southern. 3-wheel motion for him. Right? Number 13 was Zach Nuttall. Zach Nuttall went from Samuelson State. Where did he go? SMU? Yeah,
SMU.
Yeah, so that's the transfer for him. Deshane Weaver will be now another transfer. Oral Roberts, and his destination is unknown. DJ Peavy went from
he went.
He went from Mercer
Texas
to
Tech.
No.
Texas.
You talking about
that's
Mike?
The brother went to Texas Tech. The old,
the younger
that's
DJ.
That's the brother.
older
Oh, you
one
talking about? Okay, my bad.
Point
David. This is David Peavy's
My bad.
son, DJ David Jr.
Mm-hmm.
He went from Mercer and then he transferred and went to junior college route. I don't think he ever got back to Division I. I'm not sure. Mitchell Seriel, SFA to Trinity Valley. SFA to Prairie View, then Trinity Valley. Tamir Bynum, UTSA to Prairie View, then left there. CJ Washington, Kennesaw State, Collins Junior College. Uchi Dilbamaka, UT Rio Grande Valley, and he transferred and left there after his first year. I can't remember what school he ended up going to. Jeremiah Gambrell went from Western Kentucky to Prairie View. I just stop at 20.
Wow.
That's like not going any further. I'm letting you guys realize that class, I can go on. Now, those are just Division I transfers. There's a few more that went Division I from that class, out of this one area. All except one was a transfer. We can say Deshane Weaver, technically, he got his degree from that school. So I wouldn't even just count him because he's a grad first. He's a post-grad. So I would just, you can use him either way you want with those numbers. But Antoine Davis, Deshane Weaver are the only two that did not transfer. They got their degree, put it like that, from the school that they went to initially. That is remarkable. Remarkable to let you realize. And guess what? For some of those guys, you can go and scan the list. The list is available for public viewership. You go to rcssports.com, click on the rankings, you'll see the drop box, and you can look along and go back and take your quick blast to the past. But that is a wow, Corey and Jeremy Cunningham. That is indeed a wow moment. And Paul Miranda, Michael Peavy is the younger brother, but he graduated from Duncanville, so we didn't count him on the list. He was a separate class. This was the class of 2018, and so that means guys that are in the portal. Think about it. I said it earlier. Let me hammer the nail in one more time. Your forward, no matter how tall he is, he's an unsigned senior. He could be a JUCO graduate right now. He's the class of 2023. He's competing for a spot with Deshane Weaver, who came out in 2018. That's the equivalent of a kid playing 17U. And your kid, that's 2018, 2023, and your kid is playing 12U. And they're competing for the same spot on USA Basketball. That's what this is right now. You guys better start getting this stuff and realizing, stop playing around with these offers. Take what you can if it's a good fit. If you feel it's a good fit, and be patient. Be patient.
If you wait till the late period, it's a wrap. This is a wrap. The early period, you got a chance. Late period, it's a wrap. That's the world we're in now.
So that's it, man. Today, man, we got to get on up out of here, man. We definitely want everybody to share the show on your way out the door. Share this show on your way out the door. But we're gonna slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. Thanks so much for everybody for keeping this thing live. Man, Chris Seawalk, congratulations on these games this week is going to be, people already. I'm talking about, man, they're wearing. I can imagine they're wearing me out. I know they wearing you out, Chris. I
Oh
know
yeah,
they
yeah,
wearing.
yeah. But don't
They
worry.
wearing me out,
Listen.
and the
They
week
can,
is
they
not
can
even
Wearing
go. They
started.
Chris
can go
out for
wherever get
what?
tickets now.
Huh?
Wearing
Because
Chris out for what?
people want to get it. Everybody want to get in different. They think you got. First of all, the naive family members think you got tickets to everything. They can
Yeah,
get
that's
that you
not
get
good.
them on the floor for the Final Fours and everything else. That's first of all the naive ones. Then you have ones. Everybody want you to get them tickets or passes to every party and parties that you're not even going to. They
Yeah,
want to get.
yeah.
That's the thing. Hey man, can you hook me up? Get me in. Let me roll with you. Oh man, don't work like that.
Boy, I got some good friends. Ain't nobody called me and asked me nothing. Thank you. I got some good folk. Oh yeah, I did have one. I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh no, the man asked me for 2 tickets to the game.
See, okay, that's a start.
Yeah, don't
I
nobody else
see
do
y'all,
this,
man.
man.
Y'all be good, man. I'll
Okay,
holler at y'all.
all right, boy.
All right,
Bye.
man, we're gonna get up
All
out
right,
of here,
peace
man.
out.
Y'all make sure
All
your
right.
shadow show on the way out the door. And this is indeed the Chop Shop. We'll get some of those questions on tomorrow. Make sure, guys, spread the word. If you're the first time viewer up in here, it's simply how we do this. We're streaming simultaneously, YouTube and Facebook. And if you're on the Facebook page, go over to YouTube, Chop Shop Htx, and follow us on there. That's, I guess, subscribe to our Facebook, our YouTube page. If you're on the YouTube, then go over to Facebook if you get a chance and follow us on that platform as well. As we go throughout the evening, afternoon, we ask you periodically to share the show so that some of your followers and friends can become abreast of the Chop Shop. That's how we rock with it. And but man, for now, of course, we got to get up out of here. Got a whole lot of work to do. See you guys, man, on tomorrow. Peace. We up out of here. Chop Shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.